How important do you feel it is to support fellow Latino business owners, specifically here in Chicago, where it's just a huge population and it's such an underserved
Mhm.
community? And even in my field, video production, you don't see a lot of Latinos. Do you find that being the same in your field?
Yeah, I think it really is. When it comes to even in my industry, there's a handful of Latinos, at least in my district, because I come from a big district when it comes to farmers. But I could count in one hand how many Latinos are insurance agents. It's not that they're not qualified. I think we're very resilient, if anything, people, and we're good in business. But again, it starts with that mentorship. When you have people like ourselves that we can tell people, you can do this. This isn't difficult. So, but it's also very, very important. I'm also a consumer. So one of the things that I also do, yes, I do go shop at the big major stores, but I also, okay, give my money to the small mom and pops.
Mm,
Okay. You have to do that. You have to stay within your community. Years ago, everybody was trying to get out of Pilsen because it was so bad. My family believed that you don't if you leave, okay, well, what's to say that that area isn't going to get bad the way Pilsen is?
mm,
So you have to invest into where you are, and that goes along with everything. Even my own competitors, I don't see them as competition, okay, because they're going through the same struggles as I am.
mhm.
So if we can give each other business, because I can't write everything, all right, whether it's because of premium or just because I don't have a market, it's good to be able to have that connection with another fellow agent and be able to exchange information and give business to each other. So if we were to do that, yes, I understand that, you know what, maybe you got a big company, right, that'll save you $20 a month. But you also need to look at it that your local insurance agent or your small business is, we're a self-sustaining economy of ourselves too.
Mhm.
Is you paying that little extra? Hey, look, just walk in there. They have employees. Okay. So not only are you supporting the business, but you're supporting the employees, you're supporting their families also. So again, it's always a bigger picture. And we just need to make it make them see that, stop looking at the small picture and look at the big picture where we could potentially help each other out, and not having to ask for handouts, because that's not who we are. So we just have to collectively come together again.
Nice. I appreciate your time, Jose. Great advice. I think it's going to resonate with a lot of people. Hopefully, people get value from it. One last thing that I wanted to ask you was, being an entrepreneur and doing what you've been doing for so long. I mean, you manage properties. I mean, that in itself. I mean, we can have a whole podcast on like tenants
Yeah,
and
yeah.
and the whole makeup of all that. In terms of real estate. What is one thing that you do outside of business that you have to do, whether it's daily or weekly, to kind of maintain like a balance?
Well, I love to play sports. If you're asking what is it that I go to take away all the stress and everything like that, you have to have a balance. Obviously, I have the agency and then I have the tenants, but you have to be able to balance that. And you could balance all that. I know it seems like a lot, but again, it's your systems that you put in place. But as soon as I clock out, right, I love playing sports. Anything from softball to volleyball to basketball or football. So that's what you need to do. You need to be able to find, even working out. So if that's your stress reliever, you have to do it. But you have to be able to disconnect yourself, because if you don't disconnect yourself, again, you as the business owner, you are the one that everyone's looking at for leadership. And when your workers, when everyone sees that you fell off, then everything else is going to follow. So it's really, really important to keep yourself, healthy and in the right state of mind all the time.
Absolutely agree, man. Because it could be rough as a business owner, as you know. It
Yeah,
can get
yeah.
be
Hmm.
a little
Yeah.
chaotic. Just like right now, like this COVID-19 it's been a reminder to me that I think every business owner goes through it, right? And
Hmm.
what I mean by that is that it gets very stressful, right? And I think this COVID-19 is kind of, because every industry I've people that are usually cool, calm, and collective aren't, because it's
Hmm.
like you said earlier, it's something that we haven't experienced this in our lifetime. So it's
Hmm.
something that's very extreme, and it's impacting businesses and people's ability to provide for their families in a situation that we've never seen. Are you seeing that in your industry too, where people are kind of panicking?
Yeah, and it's normal because,
Yeah.
like, again, I mean, the unknown. And that's what brings the biggest fear. It's just the unknown. But I'll be honest with you, Miguel. I was actually I was more scared in 2008, 2009 than what's happening right now,
Mm,
because of the fact that back then, I mean, everything crashed.
yeah.
So I knew we were in a lot more trouble back then than it is now. Because again, it's just a matter of everybody getting back to work. Yes, there's going to be certain businesses that aren't going to come back, and that's tragic. But overall, the economy was actually getting to be really good,
Yeah.
and the state of mind is still that. It's like I think they just put a pause. But
Right.
I think the positive things that are coming out of this is now people are going to see the importance of saving their money. People are seeing the importance of family, of connecting with each other.
Yeah.
Not like the way it was before. Everybody was connecting with their phones, and now people are getting back to what's important. Okay, which is each other.
It's interesting you bring that up, because I think people are connecting with their phones, but in different ways now. Like they're being
Hmm.
forced. Because, like, even for example, like my family has like a daily. They pray the rosary in Mexico, and they have it through
Hmm.
WhatsApp, right? And just to promote social distancing, and they're not around because it's a lot of them, right? So I go in there once in a
Hmm.
while, like I try, but it's forcing people to use the internet in ways that we haven't used it before. Or what I've been saying a lot is just that the internet is still relatively new. So how people are
Hmm.
using it and how it's going to be even used in business scenarios is still it's still interesting. So to see
Yeah.
what's going to come. But all right, Jose. Well, thank you so much for your time today.
No, thank you, Miguel. I really appreciate you. Ever since I met you, man, we've had a connection, and people don't know this, but we actually met at a networking event at Prieto's event,
Yeah.
and since then, we've actually kept in touch. So again, this shows you the importance of networking with people, because you never know what will come out of it. So I look forward to getting to know you a lot more, and being part of your business as well and supporting it.
No, thank you for that, Jose. I mean, it means a lot. Like, I appreciate your time, your energy. Like you said, we just met not too long ago, like at one of Prieto's
Mhm.
events. Big shout out to DJ.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Fantastic events. But
yeah.
another great individual. I've met so many phenomenal people as a result of Angelo, just from doing so many of his videos, and just, yeah. I mean, I've always been that way. Your network is your net worth. Someone said it a
That's
long
true.
time ago at a business meeting. I can't remember who it was.
Yeah.
When I heard that,
Mhm.
I was like, wow, it's true, because when you have a network of people that are not necessarily the wealthiest, but accomplished or can get things done, like
Mhm.
there's so much value in that. So being able to call someone and say, hey, I have such and such situation going on, whether that's an attorney, insurance agent, videographer, painter, it's
Yeah.
handy, because then the other alternative is that you're working with someone that you've never met before. And I think with certain scenarios, with what you do is a very personal thing, right? Um, Lawyers, very personal thing. What we do is
Mhm.
very, very personal and very custom, right? So I think that one-on-one connection is extremely important. And why networking is such a big part of it is people get to know you, and they end up hiring you more than anything, not necessarily because of the service. While the service, obviously it has to be at a certain level, right? Because people aren't going to
Mhm.
hire you if your service isn't good. But I
Yeah.
think that when you have a great personality and have a great product to sell as well, I think that's kind of like the secret sauce, like. So which is why
Yeah.
which is why integrity helps me a lot, because she's way more energetic than I am, smiles a lot more. So um,
Yeah, yeah, that's for sure. And that's the thing about it. I mean, you can put out as many videos that you want,
yeah,
but if you're not out there getting to know the people and having them know you,
yeah,
then the videos will only go so far. So again, it goes hand in hand together. But I know that doing these videos, getting yourself out there is the first step. The next step is networking, because in networking events, I met people that I would never meet just walking down the street.
Mm-hmm.
So, and if you're not making those connections, other people are.
Oh yeah.
So
Well, the thing about networking events too is that people are going with that same intention, right? You're going there
mhm.
specifically to meet other people, and that's kind of our intention with this segment and what it's transitioned to. Because originally it was Business Teckniques. We had it set up for Alhambra Palace. It was ready to go,
Mhm.
and then this whole thing happened, and we were already going to be doing part of it live. We were already there were things that we were already going to be doing, but as a result of this whole COVID-19, has forced us to completely take it all online, and that's kind of what we're doing here with you. Is
Yeah.
this would have been the equivalent of having you as a speaker at the event, and then we would have little activities in between then. And just the importance of just, networking events they're just huge. But from what I've seen, I think a lot of them are missing a lot of. They tend to be boring, right? They tend to be boring, and
Yes, they
a
do.
lot of them tend to be
Very repetitious. Yeah.
repetitious, and it's like not practical. So like for me, it's like
Yeah.
doing these, I wanted to find people like yourself that are have great personality, have charisma, because I feel like that's important. Like with what we're doing with Business Teckniques, it's about making business cool. It's like business
Mhm.
has this conception of being boring, and like that's why I feel a lot of people don't want to embark on being more passionate about business, is because they think that it's boring, right? But for me, like I think I find it exciting, like to figure
Yeah.
out how businesses work. What may work for this business here may not work for this business over there. And those
Yes.
specifics I find interesting, and there's artistry in it too. But I think when people see people like yourself and these other people that we've been interviewing, and get to hear your state of mind when it comes to business, I hope that it helps people start seeing business differently, and seeing that it can be presented in a cool way.
Yeah.
Times are
Yeah.
changing.
And
Like not it's 2020. I mean, I think being hip is part of the culture now, especially here in the US, where it's so
yeah.
entertainment
Yeah.
based.
Yeah. And this makes you more approachable too. These type of templates make you more approachable because you get to know the person
Hmm.
a little bit more, besides their profile picture and the edited videos that they're doing. So maybe this will encourage people to actually take it upon themselves, come up to you, or even, start doing a live stream or a podcast the way you guys are doing. I think it's amazing that you guys are showcasing the different individuals that drive this industry. Okay. Because obviously you turn on the TV and you see the whales, but they're not the ones who make the economy.
Yeah.
We're the ones,
The small
small
business.
business owners. Yes,
Mhm.
yeah. So keep doing what you're doing, brother. I'm a big supporter of it.
I
So
appreciate it, Jose. Thank you for
yeah.
dropping so much knowledge today. I mean, you gave a lot of information. There's so much more that we can go in depth about. What
Mhm.
is the best way for people to reach you to get more information? How are you handling business procedure? What would be the next step for someone to contact you?
Just the way we've been from day one. You could give us a call at 312-850-0005. You could even text us. That's our main number at the same number, 312-850-0005. Or you can email us at joserperezagency@gmail.com, or our website at joserperezagency.com. Or just stop in. We're here in Pilsen. Not right now, but because it's only by appointment. But again, yeah, we're really accessible. You can get a hold of us pretty much any which way, or through my social media accounts. As you can see, I try to have a big presence on social media.
Nice, Jose. And then lastly is, what areas do you service? Is it Chicago, Cook County, the suburbs?
Oh, all over the place. My licenses consist of the state of Illinois. So as long as you're in Illinois, and I've had clients in Springfield. I still have them to, close to Wisconsin. So as long as you're within Illinois, we're able to service the insurance account.
Okay, perfect. What is it that makes you and your agency different from any other one?
Well, I guess at this point, I could just say just the experience and the knowledge. So to say that I've been doing this for over 20 years, and we really pride ourselves in what we do, more importantly than anything. So really the experience, that's really what differentiates me from everyone else. So, and the passion to want to help. my clients. I really, really do, because I just don't represent the company. I know what it is to actually be a consumer. So every client that walks in, I treat them like if they're family.
Nice. Okay. All right, Jose.
All
Well,
right.
thanks so much for your time, and definitely, I think that's beautiful. I've seen how you connect with people and how you're personal and connect, and more than anything, you can tell you genuinely want to help people. So, I think that's going to resonate and go a long way with people. So, I thank you once again for sharing your information and knowledge with us. It's another edition of
Yeah.
Business Techniques.
Yeah. Thank you, Miguel. You take care.
Hi, Jose. You too.